don't really know how to start this video other than hello from the UK. Today's the day. I couldn't bring myself to make another decision. It's really happening now.
Really happening. 3 weeks to go.
3 weeks. And I think that's the first time I've ever truly felt grief in my life. I don't even know if I'm gonna put this in the final video. I have filmed quite a bit of footage during our move over, and I'm now sitting down in our Airbnb that we're staying in for a couple of weeks, and I just really wanted to explain the purpose of this video. This is a major event that we have gone through. It is a turning point in our lives, and why not document it? We can look back on it in the future, we can remember this experience that we went through, and some people are genuinely interested to see. So why not? Why not film it? Why not gather some footage and put it together? So yeah, that's what this video is going to be. It has been a massive task, literally packing up our lives in South Africa and starting again here in the UK. And it's so difficult to explain to someone what we've been so busy with and everything that goes into the process of immigrating. And I think it's one of those things that you can only truly understand if you have immigrated yourself and if you've gone through the same process. So like I said, I have some footage that I have filmed through this whole process, and the first bit of footage that I started filming was just before we started packing up our house and choosing and organizing what was going to be shipped in our shipping container. There were ultimately two options. One was something called a move cube, where a company basically drops off this cube that you pack yourself. You have to buy your own packing material, you have to pack it, you have to organize it, you have to label it, and you have to abide by all the rules and restrictions. And they're very strict when it comes to customs and things like that. And the other option is a company called Britannia or Brighton's South Africa Removal, something like that. And they provide a team and packing material, and this team comes and packs up everything for you, and they know what they're doing, so that's wonderful, and they're only slightly more expensive. So we went with that option, and we're so glad we did. It was such a good decision, and we were very, very happy with our service that we received from that company. So with this option that we chose, they pack all your stuff into boxes, they label it, everything has your details on it, and they use those boxes to fill up a bigger container. Now, all of our stuff won't fill up a big container, and so usually you would share with 3 or 4 other families who are also shipping some items. And once that container is full, the container will ship, and then your items will get delivered to you. So this way you only pay for the proportion or the percentage of the container that you take up. In the footage you might think, wow, it looks like they've really taken a lot of stuff. But if you actually look at the van that they came with to move our stuff, it's not very big. And all of our stuff fitted in that van. And I think from that perspective, you can really understand how much stuff we had to get rid of and how selective we had to be in what we decided to take over to the UK. Anyway, here is some footage of us moving and packing up. Yeah. Okay, so this is how our house looks, and it's only going to look like this for a few more minutes because we are also going to start packing for the container in the next few days. Here's Brad over there. How many days is it now?
24.
24. How many hours?
I don't know, less than 600.
Okay, here's a little update. We're starting to pile everything together so that the packers can put it in the container for us. So yeah, coming together slowly. All the pictures are off the wall, so house is starting to look a little bit different. Today's been a productive day. We have put quite a few things in the lounge already, still quite a bit to do. Brad has taken down the shelf that was over there, and I spent quite a long time cleaning hiking boots because you can't put any thing that has mud or bark or anything like that in the container. So yeah, it's all these unexpected things that are taking a bit of time, but we have the whole weekend to do this. And yeah, we have some people coming to look at our house again tomorrow, so hopefully they like it. And that's where we're at currently. Yeah, we're about to head out for dinner now with some family. So yeah, I'll show you some more progress tomorrow. Titan, we're having a good day, boy. Yeah, so exciting. Hey, yeah, so exciting. Oh, loonies. Hey, Smoke. Hey, Smoke. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think I have an addiction. This whole tub is just filled with wool and half-finished blankets. I mean, maybe it doesn't look that big to you, but here's my hand for reference. Like, this tub is huge. I've sorted through my wool. Might not look like I got rid of anything, but I did. So all sorted. And just for fun, take a guess at how many granny squares there are in this container. So we have these, we have a pile over here, we have a pile over here, and a pile over here. Just take a guess.
Yay, we accepted an offer on our house. Yay. So that's sold in theory. Yay!
One more thing done! And they're coming tomorrow with the container. It's really happening now.
Really happening. 3 weeks to go.
3 weeks. Definitely looking a lot more chaotic. Titan's having the best time. Luna's not having the best time. She'll be okay. Okay, well, today has been a very busy day. We have accomplished a lot. We're both very tired and feeling a lot of decision fatigue at the moment. Yeah, but we're getting there. Tomorrow morning, the company that's going to be packing our container will be here, and they're going to pack all of our stuff. My mom is going to bring over some lunch for us in the packers, which will be great. But this whole process has just been very stressful, and I don't even know if I'm going to put this in the final video because my skin looks atrocious. It really has just taken a turn for the worst. Hello. Meow. Look here. Hey, come say hi. Yeah. We're very glad that we're taking these creatures with, and we just hope that that whole process goes well and smoothly. Go miss you, baby. I'll give you an update again tomorrow. Today is the day. We are waiting for the packers to arrive. They should be arriving shortly. We have put everything out into the lounge, so I'll just flip you around and show you quickly. So here we have all the stuff we're taking, Christmas decorations, some tools, some kitchen stuff, some gaming stuff, a few furniture items. Here we go. So everything that we are taking is here. We're not taking the couches, and then it's obviously just my dressing table, but we can't fit it through the door currently. So yeah, we're not sure how long this whole process is going to take, but we are just very grateful. Let me flip you around again. We are just very grateful that they will be packing it for us. Obviously they know how to pack things properly so that things don't get damaged. I mean, like our painting and our canvases. So it'll be really nice that they know what they're doing and they can pack that. It seems, you know, like a lot of stuff. Even we're a bit overwhelmed and we're thinking, wow, did we really want this much stuff? But some of it's going to be packed into the chest and into like my dressing table cupboards and the side tables. So it's not actually going to take up as much space. Well, that's what we're hoping. Yeah, like I said, we don't know how long they're going to be here today. I don't know how much I'm going to film today, but yeah, today is the day. It's actually happening. All of our stuff is going to be shipped off. The mental load with immigrating is honestly crazy. The number of decisions we had to make was just ridiculous. And we got to a point where both of us experienced extreme decision fatigue. I remember going out for a friend's birthday, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, but I literally could not choose what I wanted to eat off of the menu. My friend had to choose for me because I couldn't bring myself to make another decision. My brain couldn't deal with it, and everything else was just swirling around in my brain, and so many other more important decisions were taking priority. And it was just exhausting. It was something we didn't account for, something we didn't expect, but it was very, very real for us. And there were just so many admin tasks to do, and there's so much admin that goes into the process of immigrating, and they all need to line up with your timeline. Some things take 9 weeks, some things take 2 weeks, some things you don't know how long they'll take, and everything kind of needs to line up. And so there's so much organization and management that goes into this. And it's never a simple, easy, quick task. Every single task that we had to do was very complex and very time consuming, and we had to figure a lot of it out because obviously we've never immigrated before. And so it was really a big time commitment and a big energy commitment, and we poured our hearts and souls into this because this is a major decision that we made. While I was editing, I realized that I hadn't included something that I wanted to include in this video, and that is to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who was kind to us and who supported this decision. Thank you to everyone who sacrificed hours to help and who let us stay with them, and those of you who put up with my mood swings. I just want to express my appreciation and say that I'm grateful for you, and just thank you so much. Here is a list of some of the things that we had to do. Biometrics, where they take your fingerprints and your passports and you wait for your visa. Visa application, which you actually do online. It took us about 4 hours, but in this picture is the day that we got our visas, and so we were very relieved. Organizing a moving company to ship our items in a container. Organizing all of those items and pricing them for insurance purposes. We had 249 items on that shipping list, so you can just imagine what a task that was. Organizing vet visits for our cats, blood tests, making sure they don't have rabies, making sure their vaccinations are up to date, and obviously organizing a company to move them across. Doctor's appointments for us, dentists, dermatologists, all of that. Cancelling bank accounts, transferring money, doing taxes, dealing with SARS, cancelling medical aid and cancelling insurance, booking plane tickets, organising accommodation for us to stay on our arrival, applying for new jobs, selling our house, selling our cars, selling our items or giving away items, figuring out what to pack and hoping that you don't regret your decision of what you chose and what you didn't, organising with people to collect their claimed items, researching everything from the NHS to public transport to banks to rentals to baggage allowances, all while trying to spend quality time with friends and family before we left. I know for sure I've left something off this list, but hopefully it gives you some idea of the volume of work that we had to do and the amount of effort that goes into immigrating. Hello, it is now Thursday afternoon, 10 to 4. We're going out this evening with Brad's parents for a couples cooking class, which will be really fun, so we're just getting ready for that. But yeah, I haven't actually filmed an update in a while, so I thought I'd do that quickly while I do my hair for this evening. So they came on Monday to pack the container, or to pack the stuff in the boxes, and we basically are going with the option that shares a container with other people, so we don't take up an entire container for ourselves, and you just pay for the proportion of the container that you take up. And they were great, they were wonderful, really, really good team. And all of our stuff has now been shipped off, so our house is looking very empty. I will film what's left once I'm done with my hair, and then you can see what our house looks like. Starting to get a little bit frustrating, getting rid of so much stuff and not being able to use things, like our knives are gone and our pots are gone, and so it's just a little bit difficult to still function at home. But we're moving in with Brad's parents next weekend, so that's very exciting, and it's getting close now. Yeah. Here's my setup because my dressing table's gone. Over here we have all of the things that have been claimed to get rid of. They're all sectioned off with people's names, so I know what to give everybody. It's actually really difficult to multitask and do my hair while I was talking, but my hair is all done, so we're ready to go, and yeah, hopefully we have a nice evening. Today is Saturday. We are moving out this weekend, and so people are coming today and tomorrow to fetch the items that they have bought, whether that's the furniture or smaller items. So our house is still looking a little bit chaotic. I can't believe we have so much stuff. Whatever's not taken after today is just getting donated. Even once we moved out of our house and we moved in with Brad's parents, we had to unpack and repack our bags about 6 times because of the weight allowance that we're allowed on the plane. Trying to get that weight distributed evenly across all of our bags was just something that we didn't expect. We thought space would be an issue, but actually weight was an issue, and that was a very time-consuming task as well. Thankfully, Brad's parents had a nice area for us to sprawl all of our stuff over the floor so we could actually see what we were taking and try organize it a bit better. Being in the UK has been such a wonderful experience so far, but obviously saying goodbye to friends and family was extremely hard and extremely sad. I described it to a friend like this. It was very sad saying goodbye at the security gate. I was heartbroken and had this feeling inside that I've never had before. It was like sadness and panic and fear and guilt all rolled into a big grey ball. He told me, "That sounds like grief." And I think that's the first time I've ever truly felt grief in my life, and it was such a different feeling. Like I said, I've never experienced it before. And I've been fine since then, but I think that's because this all feels new and exciting and like a holiday. I think it will only hit me once we're in our own home and once life settles down and we start getting back into a routine, but I really do miss the cats and can't wait for them to arrive in a few weeks. Once we arrived in the UK, we stayed with one of Brad's colleagues and his wife and their dog, and that was lovely. They are such kind people, so sweet, so genuinely nice, and it was such a good experience staying with them, and we are very, very grateful for kind people who are willing to take us into their space. And so we stayed there for a couple of days, and then we had planned to do a bit of a holiday in London. In 2020, we were supposed to come to the UK for a London holiday, but COVID happened and lockdown happened, flights were cancelled, and so we never quite got here. And I've never been to the UK, so I was really upset that we couldn't go. But now we made it, we've had our London holiday, and we had such a blast. In London, we managed to stay with one of Brad's friends, and this was also great in the sense that we could save some costs for accommodation, and he was great and so easy to be around, so we really do appreciate that. And we toured for 5 days straight. We were up early, we got home late, we walked ourselves silly. I actually calculated how many steps I did in total across the 5 days. Just give me a second. Oh, can I even say this number? 82,274 steps over 5 days. That's a lot of steps. Even my shoes started breaking. So our legs were sore, our feet were sore. We slept solidly those 5 nights, but it was amazing, absolutely amazing. It's just so interesting to see how London works. And no matter where you go, no matter what street you're on, you can turn around any street corner and there is hustle and bustle and something happening and something to do and somewhere to go. it's crazy. There's so many people and so much happening. And we did so much, we saw so many things, but I feel like we barely scratched the surface. I forgot to mention earlier that I had actually gone to my new school before we went to London. So I had a day at my new school, and once we got back to Basingstoke, I had another day at my new school. They are so kind and so welcoming, and I'm very, very happy to be there. I feel like I'm treated like a professional. I feel so equipped to do my job. There are so many resources available to me. The staff are lovely, the children are lovely. So I'm very excited to start. I'm only starting in September. Then we moved into this place where I am now. This is our Airbnb. We're staying in for a couple of weeks. We're then moving into another Airbnb for a couple of weeks, and then we're moving into our home that we are renting, which I'm very excited for. I'm excited to start our lives. I'm excited to kit out our home with everything that we need. And obviously, I'm excited to have the cats come because we need to have a house before the cats can fly and arrive. So, very excited for that. I'm also very happy, even though this place is tiny, it's beautiful, this Airbnb. They really put a lot of effort into making it nice. And I love being in our own space. I love feeling like I'm in control again of my home and being able to cook. I haven't cooked in weeks. Being able to do the laundry. I know this sounds ridiculous, but it's just so nice to feel a little bit of normality again, and kind of get back into a routine again. So yes, this place is tiny, but it's lovely. It's got a beautiful view. I can watch the clouds from the bed. It's so lovely. I'm really enjoying it here. This video is probably very long, but if you guessed a number for my granny squares question, how many granny squares do you think there are? The answer was 100. 100 granny squares. And that's not even enough to make the blanket that I wanted to make. If you made it through, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!